Hi, it's Dan York, and I'm out here at the 91st meeting of the Internet Engineering Task Force, or IETF, in Honolulu, Hawaii. And I'm here with Jari Arkko, chair of the IETF. So, Jari, can you tell us a bit about why we're in Hawaii and when we were here last?
Well, this is the second time that we are in Hawaii. Previous time was 25 years ago, and this time we have a much bigger meeting. So we had about 1,100 people participating here on site, 100 plus new participants, 50 different countries. And of course, Hawaii is just one place among many. We meet 3 times a year, and we try to rotate through different places in the world. Usually we meet in big cities in Europe, Asia, or North America. Although this week we were able to decide and confirm that we were meeting in Buenos Aires. This is the first time we'll be meeting in Latin America, so that meeting is going to take place in 2016. And I think it's high time for us to be there, given the high amount of internet technology activity in the region.
Now, speaking of the Latin American region, we had some hubs this time for remote users, didn't we?
We did. So we had 7 hubs throughout Latin America for people who wanted to attend this meeting remotely, and that's part of what's being a big trend for us, that there's more and more remote participation, obviously using the technology that we ourselves have been working on, the ability to do video and voice over the internet.
Yeah, we had a number of remote presenters this time, more than usual, right?
That's right. We had 25 presenters doing their presentations remotely this time, which is the highest number ever. And maybe one factor that affected that also a little bit was that we had some trouble, or unexpected trouble, for the Chinese participants to acquire a US visa. So we had a few participants who did not make it to the meeting. So we were fortunate to be able to do some of those provide a facility for some of those participants to attend remotely.
Yeah, it was really great this year. Now, privacy has been an ongoing concern of the IETF, privacy and security and strengthening the internet. What were some of the activities or things that happened this week around that theme?
Well, we work on many topics around privacy, from recommending security technologies for applications to making a more specific technical improvements in our protocols. But the highlight for me this week was definitely the meeting of the new DDrive working group who works on DNS privacy. So they're trying to enable mechanisms that would make it possible for DNS queries to be made in a private fashion. So that was really cool. The other thing that happened this week was that the Internet Architecture Board, or the IAB, issued a statement regarding confidentiality in internet communications, and the IAB believes that it's very important that various protocols and communications are by default secure and confidential.
So the idea was really to encrypt all the communication on the internet in some form?
As much as possible,
yes. As much as possible, great. So what other activities were happening this week here at IETF 91?
Well, the high interest activities at the IETF are the WebRTC work, our continuous improvement of the web protocol stack, the Internet of Things, various kinds of routing extensions and services enabled through routing, as well as a discussion of IANA transition with regards to moving the US government's oversight to the multi-stakeholder community such as the IETF. And for the WebRTC, I just wanted to mention that this week we had a big discussion on, is it possible to have mandatory to implement codecs or video codecs so that there's interoperability. We came up with a compromise proposal, and hopefully this will improve interoperability for WebRTC implementations in the coming years.
Yeah, that was a great activity that has taken a number of years to get to.
Right.
Now, there were some other birds of a feather sessions, or we call them BOFs, and some other things. Kind of, what do you see out on the horizon?
Right. So we had 5 BOFs and 2 proposed new research groups, and they were on various topics, of course. But a high interest topic there seems to be virtualization of network functions. And as an example, we had a session on whether we could provide a new interface to network security functions, so they could perhaps provide firewall functionality or something like that in the cloud instead of being within your network.
Great. So we're all now heading home from Honolulu. This IETF 91 is done. IETF 92 is coming up. What's kind of next for the IETF?
Well, of course, as always for the IETF, we go back to the mailing list. We had some high bandwidth discussions here on site, but we have to discuss with everybody who's involved, and that happens through the mailing list. And there's plenty of work that needs to be done, both in the ongoing topics as well as new ones. And one of the topics actually that I see as growing quite quickly in the future is work on various kinds of data models that enable software-defined or centralized control of network functions.
Great. Well, thank you for your time and for your leadership here of the IETF.
Thank you, Dan.
If you'd like to learn more, you can go to www.ietf.org, and you can learn about how to join and how to become part of the efforts to make the internet work better. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time from IETF 92 in Dallas in March 2016. Thanks for watching.